Sweet potatoes are one of the most nutritious vegetables in America, or anywhere for that matter, and they're a traditional part of holiday meals, not only Thanksgiving, but also Christmas and Easter. What I'd like you to do is think about them as more of a year-round vegetable. One organization has classified them as the most nutritious vegetable going today, above broccoli, above spinach, above all the others by quite a long shot. One of the things many of us often do is look at ways to save time as we approach holiday meals. And cooking a potato from the raw stage, if you take a sweet potato like this and have to cook it on Thanksgiving Day, you've added a lot more work. So we often do alternative methods using canned vegetables. What I'd like you to think about is doing some of your own convenience preparation ahead, because you get a better quality. Now the canned ones are equally nutritious, or just about, but they tend to be a softer texture. So what I'm going to do is prepare a candied sweet potato, or a glazed sweet potato in this case, that starts with a fresh one, but does most of the work ahead of time so that you can enjoy more of the holiday with other people who are there. What you first need to do is get about 4 or 5 sweet potatoes that are equal in shape and size as much as you can. Now I realize that when you're starting with fresh produce, that's going to be a little bit difficult. Nothing comes uniform anymore, or never did in actuality when it comes to produce, but get some things that are fairly close to the same size. Now one of the problems with potatoes like this is that when you peel them when they're raw, they tend to turn black. And the method we're going to use is going to solve that problem. It's also going to solve the problem of taking a lot of time to peel. What you do is take the potatoes that you've got and submerge them in a saucepan with water and put them on to boil and let them simmer for 15-20 minutes just until they get tender. You don't want to cook them too long because they'll get mushy just like the ones that you got from the can in the first place, and you're going to cook them again later, so if they're not quite soft enough, they'll soften up some more later on. So just until they test tender with a knife. Chill them down in an ice bath to make sure the cooking stops, and then put them in the refrigerator in a plastic bag or in a pan that's going to keep them for a couple of days. And you can do this up to 2 days ahead of time. Didn't peel them ahead of time, just scrubbed them down a little bit. Now when you're ready to use them on Thanksgiving Day or Christmas Day or whenever, you have a potato that now looks like this. And what I'm going to have you do is cut the ends off, and you can see the potato is not going to be brown anymore. Or black from that extra cooking, and you simply peel them at this point. And the peeling is easier than it would be if you had started with the potato raw. And it depends a little bit how much cooking you did. Try not to nick it as much as I'm nicking this one, but you can see that the peel comes off fairly easily. Sometimes if it's been sitting on a side, you'll find the peel almost comes off in one big sheet, and you can see that happening here. Peel off any places that are defects in the potato, or any dark areas, and then you simply go on to the next step. After you've got this, you slice them in the preferred thickness. And you can see here we have them about 1/2 inch thick. Over the top of that we have 1/4 cup of butter, 1/4 cup of brown sugar, and about 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Those get mixed together and spread over the potatoes. You bake those at 350 for 20 to 30 minutes, which is about the time it takes for the turkey to rest in order to be carved after the turkeys come out of the oven. When you're done, you have something that looks like this. It's a great addition to the holiday meal or any time. High in vitamin A, high in vitamin C, high in fiber, and high in taste. For Oklahoma Gardening, this is Barbara Brown.